everyone, and welcome to this CMO Unplugged, a podcast which is meant where we are going to deep dive into the field of marketing. In this podcast, we are going to have conversations with amazing chief marketing officers who are leading a good position in the industry and doing a lot of good works in marketing. I am your host, Mohinee Singh, and I am the co-founder of CXO Junction, a community, a platform for all the enterprise leaders to come together, discuss the evolving scene of cybersecurity, IT, and emerging technologies. In this podcast, I have my first guest who is Sanchari Mitra.
B2C marketing is even being more fluid and it's very instant, but B2B marketing is somewhere that you need to understand your target audience.
Who heads marketing at Aujas Cybersecurity, who is an NSE IT company. So let's get started to our conversation with Sanchari Mitra.
Especially thanks to my design team.
I agree with that.
This bunch of creative geniuses who comes up with some great ideas of, taking the storytelling of that.
Welcome, Sanchari. How are you feeling today?
Great, feeling like a celebrity.
I think
Absolutely thrilled.
I think you are a celebrity in one of the celebrity in the
my
industry.
head, yes, of course, always.
That's a spirit.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Sanchari, to begin with my questions, okay, I have a lot of questions for you today in this video.
Shoot.
And to start with, I would like to know about your journey, how you went into cybersecurity, and how your journey looks like so far.
So my cybersecurity stint, started with me working in Bank of America. So there I was working for the Global Information Security team, a department you can call. There, they were at that point of time. I'm talking about year 2011, 2012. That kind of time. So there were not much of vendor products and all of that solutions, cybersecurity solutions. They were mostly homegrown solutions. And bank in that ways was very advanced. So they had a very dedicated SDLC team where there was a lot of these kind of security point solutions or tools and all that were getting constantly created. So I was a part of that. I was a business analyst there, thinking about the user problems or what exactly inside a bank or how the IT environment should be secure. Or just not IT, but people who are dealing with a lot of customer information. What are the kind of, so all these things kind of gave me a lot of perspective, and I started writing a lot of white papers.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, probably I was one of the few ones who used to write white papers for those, those tools and all. So that gave me, I started feeling happy. I was comfortable doing it. And I kind of realized that probably this is my space.
Okay.
Although cybersecurity comes across as a very, little boring and all that, but it's not, and that was a trigger for me. And of course, trigger is a negative word, but I think it was a good spot where I started off with. And after that, I obviously went into different other companies in different roles, like a pre-sales specialist in L&T Infotech, and that time now LTI Mindtree. So there also I was working in different big proposals for large banks and large manufacturing companies, where also there was cybersecurity was also one of the offerings.
Okay.
So yes, I kind of never left that, and eventually somehow things started falling in place, and Seclor happened, and I knew it. This is my spot. This is where I belong. Not that it was a very conscious decision, but yes, moving to Seclor was a very, very conscious decision of mine to get into cybersecurity there, because I really wanted to get into a product which is a cybersecurity product. So, and it was one of the best decisions, and I learned a lot. And now when I'm in Aujas, I think now it's a 360-degree thing. So we are into services. So there's a lot of things that are happening. I am learning a lot, and this is something that I know I want to do. And today when people, like you have asked me to come here, and I'm talking about cybersecurity marketing, I feel proud that I took that decision of becoming a domain specialist, because IT marketing is one thing, a technical, being a expertise of a particular domain in IT is also a thing. So, when people start recognizing me as a cybersecurity marketeer, it kind of gives me that feel good factor. So I'm thrilled for the next part of my career. I'm fortunate that I'm doing a lot of good things right now. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you have like done a lot of lot of experience you have in the marketing and from various companies,
Hmm.
and whether it's a product marketing or service marketing, you have essence as well as knowledge and deep knowledge of all the fields.
Yes, I will say deep knowledge is something today marketing, I think, has become such an evolved area where there are so many technical tools, there are so many digital, marketing activities, or you can say there's a mark tech, right? That
Yeah,
itself is a speciality, right? That
yeah.
it's there are like specialists who are getting themselves trained in something called marketing tech. So which I was little apprehensive because
Okay.
I never really kind of done those a b c d e f g h of it. But then I realized that it is just that you need to keep that brain, your mind open for it and start doing it. You have to just be in that process. You can't just say, oh no, this is not my thing. So yes, I never shied away from learning anything.
Hmm.
So today, even today, I think I'm learning still a lot about digital marketing. Content is something my strength. So content obviously, but for content you need to do your research, you need to keep learning. So yes, that way I think you can say expertise. Yes, I have.
So, in your, I would like to know from you, with your extensive experience in marketing, what key principles and strategies have consistently driven your success in crafting compelling marketing stories?
See, I think any kind of marketing effort is always about not what you have. Like it's not about talking of what you have. It's about understanding what the user or the customer has their pain point. You need to answer them.
Right.
So answering those pain points, those challenges, empathizing with them, telling them that you understand, answering at the right time, at the right on in the right channel when they're looking for such answers. I
Right.
think if you can time that, I think you achieve everything then.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I think this is the strategy that always I followed, that content is a very powerful tool, and marketing is that's the backbone of it. So make your storytelling, make your story, craft your story well, and you are good.
Okay, I think that was an amazing insight, Sanchari. And so, content is a key nowadays.
Exactly.
Not only nowadays, but from since start of the marketing.
Absolutely.
Although content is trending so much nowadays. So, moving on to my next question, I would like to know from you: in today's digital era, how do you balance the need of data-driven marketing with the art of storytelling to engage the audience?
Yeah, data, lot of data. Always there is, it's Google Analytics just gives you hard hit stories of your sometimes, not so good campaigns. Because
Yeah.
yes, I think we are very fortunate to be marketers in this era where you get so much of ready information, right? You you have to value that, and you need to kind of craft your stories as per the data that is talking. Yes, there is obviously said and done. There is no such perfect mantra that okay, whatever Google is telling you, you just, or Google or any sort of data. There are so many tools that are constantly telling you about your campaigns, how many, what is the engagement rate, what is the click through ratios, and so many things are there. But sometimes also, if you believe in your story, you should take those chances. There is something called A/B testing,
Hmm.
and we are
Right.
fortunate that we can do it today. That doesn't
Hmm.
involve any cost except for your, of course, your time is a big cost. But I think taking those small chances, or those small risk calculated, I think it's a good way of doing your marketing activities. Because today what works, tomorrow that the similar strategy will not work for a different campaign. Because when you're doing two different campaigns, there are different messaging, the target audience differs. So you need to value also that what your target audience really wants to know about you, or
Right.
that product or that service, right? How do they
Right.
want to engage with you, at which stage of the buyer's journey? So
Right.
of course so the thing is that data today is good. Suppose I'll tell you I'll give you an example. It's a classic example of website. So website, what happens is, you know which pages are working, which are the top 5 pages, or how is your home page, where exactly in your home page people are exiting, which section they are not at all engaging, they are, so these is gold information. We didn't have all this information so few years back, right?
Right, right.
So now you can craft, you can exactly target your efforts, you can have those pointed focused efforts on those three things. Like if you think that these are the three product pages or these are the three service pages that are working, bang on, work on that.
Right, right. So we're
But
getting more of things to analyze
exactly,
nowadays.
and analysis, I think it's important. You need to constantly, it has to be a very dedicated effort. It cannot be one of the things. So when people say that SEO is okay, we have done SEO in the onset of setting up the pages,
Right.
I don't think it's enough. You have to do it constantly.
Constantly,
You
yes.
have to keep understand. You have to keep looking at your analytics page, your dashboard, where exactly. So, and when you see that the engagement is going up, automatically you will see the lead generation is happening. Even if the lead generation is not happening, even if the website conversions are not happening, but at least you know that people are coming onto your website, and then you can help with the help of other tools, you can obviously find out more about those you know visitors. So
Right.
I think it's a fine balance. It is difficult to always, there are certain stories, certain campaign stories that are very close to your heart, because you get very, like I get very emotional about certain campaigns that I do. I feel very, very, especially compliance campaigns and all that are very close to my heart.
Okay.
So when I write them, I feel, oh, they're just that's it. I just need to talk about them.
Okay.
So, but it has to be in moderation, right? It has to be in the right time, in the right place for the right user. So yes, you need to kind of find that balance.
And I think Google Analytics is one of the tool who gives a lot of insights, which
Yes,
is helpful nowadays.
absolutely. They do a good job. I think there are a lot of other analytic tools also. So yes, I mean, depending on which
Which campaign you're
automation
running
tool
in.
you are using or which marketing platform you are using. So yes.
Right. So, with continuing to that, can you share an example how focusing on the buyer personas help to generate demand?
See, for cybersecurity marketing, it is just not the CISO. It is just not one buyer persona. There are the buyer persona can differ at different time of a day even, because depending on the kind of challenges they are having, that whole persona, the requirements of that particular persona will differ. So if there is a, if there's a compliance requirement, it is a very steady requirement. It has to be mitigated, it has to be met, it has to be qualified every time that they are doing some activity. So there
Okay.
are IT security guidelines, there are a lot of other, like for US market it is CCPA that they have to follow. For there is GDPR, so many things are there. So
Right.
for India it is data protection bill right now. So there are things that, every time a user will not have, the persona will not have a similar problem always. So you have to time that, you have to find out enough information. And again, thanks to so many digital marketing tools that gives us so much of information about, that okay, this person is searching for this information at this time.
At this time, yeah.
So you push, but the time when you're pushing, that might not be the right time even. So I think it's a constant effort, that buyer's journey, matching their needs at their different stages. I think that's what matters at the end. Did I answer your question?
I think yes, and like a lot of learning so far, a lot
Hmm.
of new things even I am understanding. And marketing is not just a one-time project. It's
No.
a constant hustle and constant learning. Every day you learn new things, new
Yeah.
analytics, new insights, a lot
The
of things.
yeah, the challenge, I think, a slight challenge with marketing is it doesn't give you an immediate ROI. It's a
Yes.
long fetch thing.
Hmm.
So keeping that patience and not giving up and not getting tired or getting frustrated with the fact that okay, there's no lead generation happening, but it's that constantly you build it slowly, and it will happen if your messaging is correct. That's why again, focus. I always emphasis, put a lot of right effort on storytelling, building that right message for your users. That is important. If you get that correct, then I think most of it is solved and most of the problems are addressed. And surely, if not today, in 6 months down the line, you will get results.
One thing you mentioned that the content is the key, and of course the content which you are preparing should always have a purpose and what you want from the audience. Apart from
Yes,
that, you should believe in your content. In case
exactly.
your analysis of the campaign is not good, you're not getting any leads, but doesn't mean that your content is not good. But maybe you
Absolutely.
have to believe in your content and
Absolutely.
do the A/B testing.
Yes. And it's okay, there is one campaign, it might work, some other campaign might not work. Maybe a similar strategy you used, but that's what marketing is. That's what I think every function, function in any organization, there's always the thing of taking a chance, and marketing is always about taking chances, because an event, you organize it with a lot of effort, lot of heart, and you feel, oh, the right target audience should come, and that they have confirmed, but at the end of the day, when the event actually happens on that D-day, nobody comes. That has also happened, right? And it is very common, but that does not necessarily, should not stop you from doing those events. It has to be again thought through,
Why this happened
why
and
it
what
has
we can do.
happened, what failed, what didn't work. So I think these are learnings. Yes, sometimes those learnings comes with a lot of price, a lot of cost, which probably your senior management will not be ready
Always
to
happy to give
exactly
you.
about.
Yeah.
But I think that little bit of tussle, or that little bit of thing, will always, as a marketer, you have to push. You have to constantly keep pushing. And there's a lot about also positioning your brand, right? So that brand, telling that brand story will take time. It will happen. Not, if you do today a campaign, the expectation from marketers are like, you do a campaign today, tomorrow the ROI should start you should get the ROI, but it doesn't happen like
This
that.
is not practical
Yeah, it's
actually.
not practical. But yes, I understand that every company, the market is slow right now, little bit, but I'm sure in few months it will get back again. So of course, the budget is something that cybersecurity marketing, especially, there is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. So, and I have always been a very frugal marketer. That's the reason I emphasize a lot on content, doing the right content pieces. But yes, there is a lot of scope that I think I need to now start learning about, more of little bit of grand marketing activities as well. So I'm getting into that zone.
Okay, so coming to the next question, what is the most important skill any marketing professional should carry to for a constant changing cybersecurity industry?
Never give up on learning. But I will keep it restricted to cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is ever evolving. Because today there is a threat, you thought that you are okay, able to mitigate that. There's a new attack,
Coming tomorrow.
there's a new technology that has come to kind of help you through that. Tomorrow there is something different. Tomorrow there can be something which is like super sophisticated, and there are attackers who are like, I know this is a very, very standard statement of cybersecurity content, anything that you look at, that ever evolving landscape and all that, which is true. Honestly, it is true, because there are so many new type of challenges that the CISOs are facing every day. The data protection officers in a company is facing every day. There are so many privacy guidelines that are there.
Yeah.
So if you, as a marketer, don't learn about it, how are you going to craft your story? What are you going to offer? Because it has to be a value based offering. It is not what I have. I have this service, I have these 1, 2, 3, 4 things that I can do. Okay, so you have to tell them, okay, this is your problem. For this problem, I can do this for you. This is what has helped my other previous customers, how the efforts have really matured and helped them get into solve their problems. That is the kind of information that they're looking at. Keep them informed, but definitely don't, fear selling is not something that I don't really feel it's a good thing. There's a lot of, I have heard this thing about cybersecurity that you have to create a sense of urgency, which is fair, but also you can't always keep the CISOs feel, you can't tell them, oh, this is it. If you don't do this, you are out. You are going to die. You can't tell them that. You have
Right.
to you have to empathize with them. You have to tell them that yes, okay, these things are happening everywhere. I will partner with you. We both will, kind of do this journey together. So
Right.
that is a kind of, I think, and that will only happen when you're aware of it. So never stop learning. As a marketer, as a cybersecurity marketing professional, you can't, at no matter which level you are. I keep telling my team, my people who work with me, that please don't stop learning. Even if it is your digital marketing space that you are in your content marketing, whatever you are doing.
Any one example of recent marketing strategy you have used to convey your audience about your service and it actually worked?
The strategy that we follow, especially in Aujas, it's like we are very humble people. We believe in service. We are
Okay.
in the right spot, and we are the right partner. We are a pure play service company, right?
Okay.
Pure play cybersecurity service company. So we know things. We have that expertise. We are ready to learn with you. We are ready to partner with you. I constantly keep telling this because that's the kind of value, or that's the kind of strategy that we actually follow. And that kind of, it's a thing that comes from top down. So because our management believes in it, we also believe in it. Everybody believe, and even the last person who is working there on the client, in the client's place, they also believe the same thing, that we are
Okay.
transforming your cybersecurity.
Okay.
So that messaging, that sort of thought process only kind of helps us to create those right set of campaigns for that. Did I
Right.
answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to know from you next is that what is a recent strategy which you have used to, which actually helped and successfully conveyed the message about your service to your customers?
It's little too early to say, at least for right now, the current company that I'm working with. But yes, one thing that I've learned, and one thing that I feel that strategy has really worked, and it kind of differentiates how we talk in the market, is being that humble and that humility angle. We don't instruct anybody to do anything. We are not saying you do this, you do this, you do this. We are saying this is there, we can help you to do. We are there for you. Something as simple as like download white paper. We don't say download, we say one click white paper. We say here's your copy. It's a very small things.
Yeah.
And I've been very blessed, that I have got those right people with me, and who have always guided me to do the right things. And this is something that I didn't understand in the beginning, in the and even when I started here. But this is something I gradually imbibed, and I then I realized there is so much of value in it. There is so much of confidence that you have. There is no arrogance, but there is confidence that you can partner with the customer, and the customer also sees you as a right service provider, because they know that we are humble and we are the right size, we are the right partners, right? So it gives that perspective. It's not everybody, it's a passive way of doing it. Of course, there is a lot of there is a standard way of writing certain things like CTAs and all that, but I think this is unique, and I feel extremely proud to be part of this organization, and the way we talk, the way we conduct ourselves, and that also reflects in my marketing campaign. So this, I think, it's been good point for us, good strategy for us.
So I think these are very small things, but this matters a lot. Like instead of
Absolutely.
saying book now, you're saying that let's talk. So it's
Yes.
like for the demo. So people,
Yes.
it's not like advertisement, but you're
Yeah.
actually saying people that if you want to know more about it, or if you're facing any challenge, then you can connect with us. So
Absolutely,
kind of
yes.
that meaning.
And especially thanks to my design team, this bunch of this creative geniuses who comes up with some great ideas of taking the storytelling of that, and not just putting lock, key, skeleton. You
I
know,
agree with that,
this
and
is such a
thank you for
rampant thing.
taking this
Yeah,
point up.
red color, red. those creating that whole effect of fear, that whole effect of something is breaking. That is something that we don't do.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing such beautiful insights, Sanchari. I
Thanks
think
for
we have
having me.
come to an end of this,
Oh wow,
conversation.
we did this.
But not so far. We have one rapid fire round for you. I have some 6-7 questions for you, which I'm going to ask
Sure.
you. And the rule is that you have to answer it within 10 seconds of your time.
10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are starting with the rapid fire round. And Sanchari, so I have some questions for you, which
Okay.
you will need to answer within 10 seconds of your time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try my best.
Okay. So the first question is coffee or energy drink for your marketing team's late night working?
Typically with coffee.
Coffee. Okay. What's your go-to karaoke song to get your marketing groove on?
Song.
Tick tick 9, tick tick 8, 7.
I don't have any karaoke song. I'm so sorry. I don't have any such song.
Okay. So moving to the next, catchy jingle, viral video, or meme campaign?
Meme campaign.
And why you think so? Just for the audience.
Because in the past, I think we have run some Friday the 13th PP and all of that. That kind of worked. That was a social media and we were consciously doing it. So
Okay.
that worked.
Okay. So what's the most underrated marketing strategy in security field?
Underrated marketing strategy. Sometimes people downplay content. So it's not like that. It is very, very powerful.
Okay. Last but not the least, if not cybersecurity, then what?
Dancing.
Dancing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And why so? We would like to know about that.
I've been a dancer for all my life. I've been doing Kathak. I did that in ballroom. So yes, if today I don't have to be in this space and I don't have to be in marketing, and I'll do that. That's my comfort place to be.
Amazing. So it was nice knowing about you, Sanchari. A lot of things. So in every answer, I've got to learn and know more about you. Okay, so thank you so much, Sanchari, for this amazing conversation. I think this was, a lot of learnings I had today, and I hope that it was valuable for all the audience who is watching this video.
I hope I'm glad that I could do this. This was the first time that I've done something. I'm doing something like this. I'm very thrilled, excited, elated to be part of this show, and I just hope I wish all the best to you for many such talk shows that you do.
Thank
Hope
you.
I've been able to contribute something to the community.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Thank you.
So I have something for you to give you as a gratitude, which as part of this show. So thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
joining me
Very
today.
sweet. Thank you so much.
I hope that you will like this hamper.
Sure, gifts are always good.
I agree that.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a wrap. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, share, and comment on this video. And do let us know about your experience watching this video today. And whoever, from all the commenters, one lucky winner will get a chance to win exciting CXO Junction goodies. So see you in the next video. Bye-bye.